So Kelly, let's start with chapter one. You talk about canaries in a coal mine, and you talk about the fact that we have strayed so far from the path that it's really an evolutionary mismatch that is being manifested in our health experiences. Talk a little bit about what do you mean by an evolutionary mismatch?
Yeah, so I'd like to reframe, I think, a very popular perception, which is that the people who get sick, right, and who are diagnosed and medicated, but specifically around psychiatric illness, that rather than being these kind of broken, damaged goods, kind of like destined for chronic illness types of folks, that actually I've been told many of those who find themselves in this situation actually believe to be consistent with their own self-perception. Like they actually think about themselves this way. And so when they receive these diagnoses, it feels like, of course, you see, I knew something was wrong with me, right? So rather than that being the explanation, what I found is that these are the individuals who are what I call the canaries in the coal mine, right? So they are exquisitely sensitive to the very real things that are amiss and awry on this planet today, right? Whether that's the food that we're eating, the way that we are, conducting our day-to-day lives indoors and without sunlight exposure, without movement or grounding, the way that we have exposed ourselves to toxicants, 100,000 some unstudied toxicants, the ways that we are thinking about life, right? All of the grief that is to be felt around what we're doing to this planet, right? That these individuals, they cannot punch the clock as if everything is okay. On like a deep soul level, there's a rebellion, right? There's a no. And sometimes that no looks like chronic fatigue. Sometimes that no looks like multiple chemical sensitivity. Sometimes that no looks like erratic behavior, right? Sometimes that no is just the opting out and shutting down that we call depression. Sometimes the no is like, this is not okay emergency that we call anxiety or panic, right? And so these individuals, once they are brought into the conditions of alignment, which is actually quite simple to do, the power that begins to channel through them, the vision, the creative force becomes irrepressible. And I find them to be the most important, vulnerable population on the planet right now, because we need that kind of vision to get ourselves out of the crisis we've created.
Absolutely. Definitely, I think I love this reframing of the fact that no, I'm not sick. The world around me has created a situation that I'm rebelling against.